So here you are. This is the completely changed Vijay from what he used to be. So I'm you only, but the time, the experience, and the journey has brought me up till here, and there is a lot more road to be covered. But yes, this is Vijay who is more responsible. This is Vijay who is playful inside but cannot portray it outside, who is outgoing, who wants to do things, who wants to be weird, who wants to do crazy things. But of course, whatever position or whatever has achieved till now comes in the way. But this Vijay is still the same Vijay. So now and then, whenever the opportunity comes, this Vijay the original Vijay, which is like him, comes out. So yes, that is me. I am the same concerned, caring, dosto ka dost, and happy-go-lucky person that I was, but a little evolved with experience and time, a version of you. To a kid, what is the safest place for you? Your home is the safest place for you. I am someone who builds that home for you. So I build a secure, a comfortable and cozy home for you and your family, so that you can stay in securely and pursue your dreams. You can grow up in that home and that colony where you stay, and that entire thing is built by me. So I am somebody who builds home for you and your upbringing and your family, to keep you safe, to enjoy your upbringing, and to create relationships where you stay. So that is someone I am. I was with government of Maharashtra as a class 1 officer for 3 years. And the first risk I took is to get into a government job. And the more riskier thing I did is to leave the government job. Okay. So the first thing I will explain first. So the first thing I went into government job is because of my wife. My father-in-law was commissioner of police, and my wife is a doctor. So my father-in-law wanted a doctor Jamai, or a doctor son-in-law, and or a government officer or a government job person. And I was neither a doctor nor a government person, because I started my business immediately after my engineering. And hence I had no choice but to give MPSC. I cracked my MPSC in my first attempt and become a class 1 officer with government of Maharashtra. That was the first big thing I did against the flow. And the second thing I did is I got married, and within 3 years, when I had my first kid, I left my secure class 1 job. So that was the riskiest thing I did, because I was not enjoying the government process. I was not enjoying the job, what I was doing. I always wanted to be a business, and I always wanted to build homes. I always wanted to do things that will, make difference in people's life. So the government job which I left was even the toughest thing I did in my career. Growth is an unending process. I believe, every day you are growing, every day you are learning. And as a leader, if you want to remain a leader, or if you want to, prove yourself, or be in the process of leadership, and because time changes, situation changes, and the demand of the time and need changes. So you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is the process continuously a leader has to go through. Because I'll give you a simple example. Post pre-COVID, things were very different, but post the COVID hit, pandemic hit, and things got completely different. What used to work pre-pandemic and post-pandemic was a drastically different. So people changed their approach. People in our business, we changed our approach. Uh, Earlier, print ads used to work fantastic for developer as a media. Now digital platform and social media power has grown so much. So you have to unlearn things and you have to relearn things, to be with the time, and to be with the competition, and to be with the new generation, which is far superior than us. You have to continuously update yourself, of course, by sticking to your values and of course your vision, but you have to continuously learn and learn and relearn. That's the core thing which every leader should follow, which I do. This is a very important question for all the leaders. Hiring and people makes your company. I'm a true believer of it, and hiring is the most important process which you go through. So when I hire my people, I make sure that even if office boys hiring is happening, I make sure that I take at least one interview of that guy before finalizing him. For me, what is most important is the value system each person carries. I'll give you an example here. Like if you see the Tata group, Tata is my biggest inspiration. And if you see the Tata group, they don't hire, very highly educated people in their various departments. They hire middle income group. The reason for that, the same is that because we Indians, as a middle class Indians, have been growing up and grown up with certain set of values which is taught to us by our grandparents and parents, and that value is very important in a person. And if the person values value, then the subject can be taught, the job can be taught, and everything can be taught, but values cannot be taught. So I will say that integrity is one of the biggest value. And if the person is a value believer, he has to be integrate. He has to be having a huge integrity in himself and towards other. So value is something we look for in hiring. The subject knowledge and other thing can be taught, and that is what we believe in. That is what we have included in our HR thing, HR SOPs, wherein we look for values first and then everything else. Mantra for success is love what you do. I think any leader or anybody who is a visionary has to believe in his vision first. When a leader believes in his own vision, the entire team is focused towards that vision, and everybody's energy is going towards achieving that vision. So your vision is very important, and your passion towards achieving that vision is even more important. So everything is driven by leader and his vision, and everything follows. So I think your vision and your passion towards achieving that vision and making difference to the society with your vision is I think the core of any business and every business. So let me tell you a story for this particular incident, wherein I used to work with Government of Maharashtra, and I used to handle a very important department, which was HR admin and warehousing department, wherein I used to take care of all the housing of our department with respect to staff quarters and warehouses which we had. And there was a huge tender floated by us, and there were a lot of people bidding for that tender, including JLL and all the big names in the industry. This was, I'm talking about 2010, 9 and 10, and warehousing business was just booming at that time. And a lot of people were behind me for favors, for tender, for relaxing various terms and condition, with bagfuls of money. There was a guy who approached me saying that I'll pay you a huge amount if you do this, if you remove this particular terms and condition from the tender. And I, first time I refused him politely, and second time he consistently followed up with me. And second time I said that next time if you come, I'll make sure that you are handed over to the police, because I as I told you earlier also, we believe in value. And I was from that same mindset that corruption is not good and we should not do it, and we should not encourage it also. So I was very blunt on him, and I made sure that this guy never comes back. After almost let's say few days, that particular work was removed from me. So being honest can because I had worked very hard for getting all things together, getting higher revenues for government, and that particular thing is taken away from you for the thing which you did for your organization and protecting interest of your organization. is something which moved to my disadvantage. So I like to sort this example for you. Of course, I will not take names, but this happens in our system frequently with the people who wants to do good, and system takes care of it.